frontal. Okay, I shouldn't be throwing myself into mechanics in a 12, though. So we're just gonna use the trinket like it's a normal trinket this time. Hopefully. Careful of the pulling in. Make sure you're interrupting that brackish bolt. You don't want brackish bolt going off. Watch the frontal. After getting pulled in, make sure you step back. Step back out of the whirlwind. Shattering Bellow, use defensive. You can also lighten sight, Shattering Bellow. Almost jumped in that. Watch. I feel like the 6 on my keyboard is not clicking every time I press it. We're going to move the trinket over to 7 because I know for sure I'm pressing that button. Okay. Careful singing steel. Oh shoot, I should have rezzed our healer. Alright, go in the next area. Watertight shell. Make sure you interrupt watertight shell. Don't stand at the fire. Careful with that stun. How's the trinket working out for you? It's actually working very well. So we easily timed the 11 stone volt. I tested it in a lot of mechanics. And I have now used it 3 times in this dungeon. We're 5 minutes in the dungeon. I've used it 3 times and it's a 1 minute cooldown. So yeah, this trinket is actually really nice. Now the question is, has it been this good all season and I've never known about it? Or is it just now this good? Was it buffed? As far as I know, it hasn't been buffed. Yeah, so it's been this good all season. Careful with the on the hook. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the frontal at the party. 60% left. Yeah, this trinket though, it's awesome. Careful with the cleavers. Don't walk the cleavers through the bomb. Unless you need to blow up the bomb. Lots of frontals. Shoot. No, I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it. So the bomb actually... Stop hitting me, boss. I'm trying to get you to go in the bomb. I know where I need to put him. I can't get him there. Almost got it. So you have to be careful with that because when you have a lot of little ads, the little ads actually run faster than the boss. So if you are taking the small ads and the boss is on you, you want to be careful with the small ads and make sure that you walk them around the bomb so that the boss can actually go through the bomb. It took me a while to get it since I'm not one of those 2 tanks for raid on my bolts. Okay, can only the 2 tanks for the raid roll on it? I'm normally one of the tanks, so I don't. Or can anybody who's rolling as a tank get it? Like if a healer rolls as tank spec, can they get the trinket? Careful with the brackish bolt. And volts have been for feral. You've been playing a feral druid. That's kind of cool. I know feral druids are back and forth with whether they're good or not. Careful with the spotter. So the other day, the spotter disengaged into the water, and the paladin jumped in after the spotter. Remember never to jump in the water, because if you jump in the water, the sharks are going to eat you. And there are sharks. I'm coming. Probably not going to be able to get aggro off you, though. Nope, I got it. Alright, we are going to the next pull. I just realized my shoulders look totally weird. I got those shoulders from the vault for the leech, and then I converted them, upgraded them, put them on, but I did not transmog them. So I have huge red shoulders on my outfit. They should be able to need if they change their lead spec to tank spec. Gotcha. Other than that, they can only grade. Because it's an off spec, that makes sense. Yeah, I was not entirely sure how that would work because, well, I mainly only play a tank. Although in Shadowlands, I did run my tank through the... I have tried DPS. I can't remember what that raid's called. Which raid is it with the jailer? During the Fated raids, I ran through the Fated Heroic raid with the jailer one time on this tank. As DPS. But once the tanks got theirs or didn't want it, I was able to finally get it. Sanctum, I think. I agree, I think it's Sanctum. Oh, I'm looking for a raid under the wrong one. No, Sanctum has Sylvanas. Sepulchre. Sepulchre, the first ones, has the jailer. Yeah. That makes sense, actually. Because it was the last raid in the expansion, so that kind of makes sense. Sanctum was a cool raid, though. Ouch. That's what I get for not paying attention. Didn't raid during Shadowlands. No. Careful, frontal. Yeah, so I didn't raid Castle Nasria. Because by the time I started playing Castle Nasria, was already old content. But I did raid Sanctum of Domination, and I did raid Sepulchre. Sepulchre was the first raid to be released after I started playing. But people were still running Sanctum of Domination. Ended up not raiding between Legion and Dragonflight. Gotcha. Yeah, so during the Fated raids, I had to watch a lot of videos and stuff on the... Hold on. Lots of bombs. I watched a lot of videos and stuff on the raids and the mechanics and stuff. I did watch Sanctum of Domination's race, though. I want to double pull here, but I don't want to test my luck. Careful the Terrifying Fear with the Terrifying Roar. Don't forget that the Terrifying Roar is a fear cast. Careful the next fear. Tree cover in this dungeon's gonna get us killed. Here, careful to fear. Water bolt, make sure you're interrupting the water bolt. I gotta go now. Good luck on the rest of the keys. Thank you for coming by, Smacks. And I wish you luck on your vault tomorrow. Careful with the terrifying roar. Crushing slam, use defensive. I should have mounted. Careful to fear. Yes, and the case on the roof. Make sure you're interrupting those water bolts. Nice. You can double skip them. They mind soothes them and shrouded us pass. Careful the circle. Bolstering shout needs to be interrupted. Savage Tempest. Don't stand in the Savage Tempest. Bolstering shout. Make sure you interrupt bolstering shout. Pulling ants on the side. Careful with the circle. My workday is finally coming in and Mondays. I mean, that's awesome that your workday is coming to an end, though. I mean, Monday kind of feels like super long, but the rest of the days of the week go by very quickly. Every time my game pings me that somebody comes online, it lags again. That's kind of hilarious. Hit me with the poison on my way away. Careful with the stinging venom. Thank you for the sub, Jeff said. And welcome to the community. Holding lost for a sec. Thank you for the sub, though. That means a lot to the community and to me. He asked to come, so brought him along because he was a good healer. So we brought him along. Careful with circles. %. But I do agree, this 12 is going rather smooth. We still have 7 minutes left. We're pulling the last boss. This boss fight, I want to say it's at least a 4-minute boss fight. Careful with circles. 15%. I'm running to the next tentacle. And the reason I run early is because I'm very slow. Death Knights are very slow, so I'm running to the next tentacle. Because by the time I get here, they're going to be firing the cannon, and I'll be here in time for the tentacle to come up. And depending on the group, I'll leave sooner or later, so if they're doing a lot of damage, I'll leave closer to 20%. But if they're not doing a lot of damage, I'll leave closer to 5 or 10%. This group right now has 50%. So if you count 50, that's going to be dead here in 4 seconds. So by now I'd already be running to the next key, to the next spot. Or 8 seconds. Now it'll be dead in 4 seconds. I was looking up at this guy's health. Alright, 72%. So now it'll be dead in 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dead. Almost missed that pull. Again, I will be here just in time for the tentacle to come up. I did taunt the boss on the way past. I've heard people say that that boss hits them on the way past. I don't actually know if it does, but I do taunt it on the way past just to be safe. That's not good. Slam, be careful to slam. Alright, we have 4 minutes left and 2 tentacles. We have 2 people dead and 3 minutes on a res. We do currently have our healer and our rogue alive. Careful to slam. %3 left. You know what's wrong here? Jinx the key. %60 left on the tentacle. 3 minutes left on the key. Hold on, we got you. Don't let this beast eat me, he says. Alright, he's repairing the cannon.